I guess. See how that affects the gameplay, because it plays a bigger role than people give it credit for. So, blue team banned Janna, Cogmore, Zed, Alistair, and Braum. So, Cogmore is an amazing ban against Jackal, because that's his main champion. Zed is an amazing ban against Stake, because that's his main champion. And then the other three are 3 out of 4 of the supports that Pepe Frog plays. And then they've drafted Tam Kench support as well, which means they took all 4 of Pepe Frog's champions in this draft, which is good. That's very good. On the other side, we see Azir, Tristana, Zoe, Malphite, and Kassadin. I don't really know what they were aiming for with it. Obviously, being red side, you have to ban the Zoe. I guess Azir would also then be the next best first pick. So kind of taking off the good mid laners off of the table there. I'm fine with that. Ryze is still left up though, so whatever. Tristana, getting rid of that. There's Kallista's still on the board. And I think that's kind of the OP AD carries. But if your opponent doesn't play Callista, then that's fine to leave up. The Malphite in the Kassadin, I'm not so sure about. Maybe they've got intel on the Hertfordshire players that I don't have. It could have maybe been like a Camille first pick, and they were looking to just get rid of Malphite. Maybe they know the enemy top laner plays it lots. But Gangplank was left open, Gnar was left open, Vladimir was left open. I don't know why you would draft Lucian bot. I don't think it's good because of the range. That's my opinion. LeBlanc, I just don't think it's good. Sejuani after the nerfs, just don't think it's as strong as the Zac. Hertfordshire's draft isn't necessarily strong either. Tam Kench is certainly powerful. Zac is probably the best jungler right now. Aurelion Sol is amazing in the hands of someone that can use it, but Vayne and Shen aren't necessarily. I don't think Sejuani's still stronger. The Q cooldown nerf was it's pretty big. What, an extra 4 seconds or something like that, and it's the last ability that you max. I think that's pretty strong myself. I prefer Zac. Because the alternative is like Jarvan, and he just got nerfed as well. I'm not sure how substantially, but either way, draft-wise, I don't think either team did amazingly, but Hertfordshire, their bans seem to be a bit more effective, and the picks that aren't meta still seem kind of solid, I guess. Hey, I'm not talking solo queue picks, man. I'm talking team play. And Skarner. Wait, Jack's jungle. Interesting. Oh yeah, because Cloud9 played it, didn't they? You're not talking solo queue. Well, Nunu is up there as well. I wouldn't say that Shyvana's just not good. I stand by it. Shyvana's not good in pro play. The win rate reflects that as well. A couple weeks ago, she was 1 in 17 globally. Nidalee after the nerfs to... No, that's not pro play, but you know what I mean. Nidalee after they changed the Frostfang, I'm not sure how that affected her, to be honest, but this is probably Plat Diamond. I don't know. Anyway, we'll get into we'll stop talking about meta, because that could take a long time. Let's actually get into the game. That's some annoying laughter. Alright. Speed this up. So level 1s. Not going to be any shenanigans. They're just going to make the line as per usual. No invades. It's hard to invade as Aurelion Sol because they can see it coming from a mile away. If you like try to stand in this bush or something, they can still see the stars and stuff, so that's fine. Starting items, minion dematerializer. You know what? That's probably actually pretty good on LeBlanc. Now that I think about it, that's actually quite smart. Have any of the wards been dropped? None. Interesting. Surely you want to just place some vision to see what the enemy jungler is. Like, neither team's done it. I'm not too sure what I think about that. This is just standard Aurelion Sol. This is just what he does. That's okay. That's fine. Just don't fuck up the CS as much as possible for LeBlanc. She's doing a good job for herself, actually. Is he Glacial Augment Aurelion Sol? Weird. Okay. So, bot lane, obviously, you want to go for that level 2. The power spike for Lucian and Lulu is insane, especially because they've opted to take the Ignite. That's really powerful. Electrocute, not correct, but, you know, it's going to be burst there. That level 2 is probably going to be pretty solid. Good ward that was placed by Aurelion Sol here, missing the stun, but that's okay. He's just... This is going to be the rest of the game until LeBlanc can actually clear the wave decently. And she's just going to be draining on mana as well, so hopefully she will be able to get the blue buff from her jungler. So they had that level 2, and they're shoving it in. Pretty low health, and they've encountered each other. She's used the Q, which means she's not going to be able to get over the wall. This is where the nerfs come into play. I had to flash over the wall there, but running away. Here comes Aurelion Sol. He's just going to flash in for that. Yep. Okay, good response from both mid laners there, but that's just a bit unfortunate that Sejuani ran into Zac. Maybe if they'd placed some vision at level 1, they would have been able to predict this, track the Zac to some extent, but it's unfortunate. And he gave the double buffs over as well. That's a shame. And now Snooze is going to show up. He's got his red buff, Stake, used the W already, so it's on cooldown, forced to flash because of it. Yo, what is... Yeah, Stake almost going in for the outplay there, but Snooze just going to threaten this, forces the Ignite. Oh, it doesn't get the passive, and he's got no mana either. Okay. So what's going on in this top lane? Foley, you'll know this matchup probably better than I do. How does Camille do against Shen in the early levels? I feel like Camille lose lane to Shen. No. That's a W max Camille. And he's winning the trades. So I just don't know. Maybe he was just messing up the CS. Took quite a bit of minion damage there. Going for those trades, knowing that, you know, his jungler is Crimson Longinus is how it's pronounced. W max means you want to lose lane and farm. The difficulty is that obviously with Shen having, you know, his W, max and Q feels a little bit weird to do. So I understand it, but that ward, okay, we'll get the replay, but that ward is going to be tracking him, I bet, for a while. All right, let's see what's the setup. What happens mid lane? Aurelion Sol shoves as he does. It seems to be some sort of visual bug. We can't see his stars. So what should be happening now is Stake should say, okay, Aurelion Sol's missing. He's just shoved me in. Back the fuck away. It should be expected to be coming bot because they've not spotted it here. So that, like, at this point in time, they should just be running away anyways. Level 4 from both of them. Good. Could have been a bit of a better flash. Exhaust being used. Going under the turret. Okay, so they go for the 1-for-1, which is not bad. Pepe is going to chase this down. Should just be able to pick up that kill for himself. So they did turn it around as a 2-for-1. But I don't think that was probably poor play from Hertfordshire that messed that up and was able to like make this situation good for Keele. In a correctly played circumstance from Hertfordshire, Keele should have just died, 2 deaths there. But then again, they should have also backed away. So interesting circumstances, what I'll say. So we'll pause it here to check out CS. Every time I play with the time, it's a bug with Spectate. It resets the this matchup board thing. So he's got a 2 kill advantage on her, but only 2 CS. That's going to happen. He's been shoving in LeBlanc under the tower. She is 6 now though, so I imagine kill pressure will start being applied to her. To Aurelion Sol. I imagine that Stake will be able to threaten and look for some kills. Vayne up on CS. I don't know why. Maybe he did die, didn't he? So I guess it must be from that. Would be the most logical thing. Maybe she was able to shove it in and then force Lucian to lose a bunch of CS there. But we'll unpause this. So let's see how Stake is able to make use of this level 6. Good stun there from Aurelion. Ooh, Zach knows that this is happening though. He knows this is potential to happen. So Stake playing a controlled game. Tam Kench looking for the roam just in case. Opens up an opportunity for Pepe to get rid of this control though. But honestly, solid play from Hertfordshire. They were ready for the engage there from LeBlanc, but he never went for it. So smarts, definitely smarts. Should be calling that Aurelion Sol's off the map, but thankfully he's back now as he picks up the CS for himself solidly. Building Null Magic Mantle. I'm not too sure what's being built here. I don't really know what's going on there. We'll have to see how it develops. Okay. Party in the bot lane again. Yeah, results in a death on Pepe. Was that obvious? Let's see. Recalls, goes off the map. Minions pull in, he's not there. Okay, this could have been called again. They definitely had time to back away from that one. They realised too late, unfortunately. Yeah. A lot of what like Aurelion Sol does is pretty telegraphed, to be fair. You just have to be actively communicating with your team. Look, he's not on the map. Back the fuck away. You also need to have vision around here and around here. If you don't have both of them covered, then you can't play as aggressively over here whenever he leaves the map. So now Zach's looking for the gank. Red buff slows. He's not 6, so Stake should just be able to walk away from that one, but he's taking a lot of pressure, honestly. Oh yeah, that's a good ward. That's a good ward, I like that. So Aurelion Sol again, he's just in a poor position here, but because Stakes feels so threatened by the Zac not knowing like what could be going on, he doesn't really look for the opportunity to engage, although he probably could have given this vision. Diving in there. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. That's the electrocute for you, right? Isn't electrocute abilities now? As I swear auto attacks don't count, do they? Oh no, just attacks. That's fair. That's fair. Let's take it back to the top lane here. CS advantage is now developed for the Camille. And yeah, it continued to be a W max. I'm just not sure the matchup's being played correctly by Benbow. I'm not sure. I don't really see this happen often, so I don't know. Oh, that could have been predicted, but they're going to go for it anyways. Uses the ultimate. Stun drops. That was just really well played from the Shen. I think potentially Benbow could have known that Shen was going to taunt and predicted it. Maybe ulted a little bit earlier, so he wasn't under tower. He was just inside his W as well, so he reduced all of the damage and all that stuff. But yeah, that was a little unfortunate. Going for the bot lane gank now, because Zac showed up. But probably a little bit of a late response. Right, so you TP instantly. You TP now. Yeah. It's probably about a second or two late. And you probably go to that minion as well. Even then, I actually don't think that would have been favourable because he did just use his ultimate. That could have been really bad. So engages in the mid lane. Shen ult used. Was that necessary? Alright, so he gets a stun off and then he's like, what? Nah. Until he gets low, there's no point in using it. That just feels like a waste. Oh, parting the bot lane again. Almost. How many times have people shown up bot? This is disgusting. Oh my god. Feels bad to be bot right now. Oh, that's just awful to watch. LeBlanc's doing the right thing, she's just shoving. Same thing is happening top, but a lot of this could just be controlled by superior vision. Better control around this river and maybe placing the deep wards. You know, as Sejuani, it's not that risky considering you have your Q to maybe place the deep wards. Good steal. Well played. Dives in, gets 1 kill, dashes forwards, gets a double. That's probably going to be 3 kills. Okay, that was a bit greedy from Hertfordshire. On those health bars, after sticking around for so long, the respawns came through. They get the tower, and then instead of recalling, they go for this turret. Like, your Vayne has no mana. You just saw Sejuani around in the area. I don't think that's good. Yeah, true. Someone should have been zoning Sejuani as well there. Aurelian definitely could have been doing it. I think that was just... It was a bad call to go for it, in my opinion. But then it also wasn't played correctly either. So he's engages in the top lane. Right, so what I'm thinking is Benbow goes... I lose any trade where he's able to block my Qs. That's why he's maxed the W. But you say max E, Fola. So, honestly, never tried it. Doesn't seem to be... Yeah, doesn't seem to be favourable for the Camille. Just doesn't seem to do much damage. Getting some good tower damage off here. Right, let's speed this up. So Essence Reaver acquired versus a static Shiv BF sword. So Vayne is just stronger right now. If a team fight's to happen. Speed everything up. Same as usual. Okay. So Jackal was playing around top lane here, and they were looking for an opportunity to catch off the Shen and do the gank, which should have happened earlier correctly, is ulting before he can get under his tower. I would like to have seen Pepe Frog be their assisting Jackal for this, because then you can shove it in and actually get loads of tower damage off for doing it. And I don't know what he was doing during that period of time as well. Hovering around mid, laughing. So Vision gets placed. Pepe close it, which is good, but that was about it. Yeah, so if he was top, that would have been better, I'd imagine. So Stake now looks for an engage, flashing. That was just poorly played, I think. Has he got any cooldowns? No, he needed to flash into the Aurelian Soul. Flashing sideways. I know he was trying to dodge a potential Q or something, but if you're in melee range of the Aurelian Soul, then he can't use the Q and the stars aren't hitting you. So should have actually flashed onto his body there. Probably the best thing. Really? It's a 3-minute cooldown. You used it to get some CS. Alright, sure, that's fine. Alright, so Vision on the map currently. There isn't a massive amount for red team so far. One on their own blue buff, one on the enemy blue buff, and one sort of defending here, one deep, which just disappeared. Again, you want to be placing these deep wards and these river wards so you can kind of control where the Aurelian Soul and the Tahm Kench are going to be. They have so much map pressure, you need to be aware of where they are at all times. Like, Camille here is just forced to back away because they don't know where they are. This ward finally going to get taken out. Was doing some good stuff though. So now this is really hard to take, especially when Zac has the engage angles all around. You don't have them warded, so at this point this is just wasted effort. You could have someone splitting in the bot lane, which is where I would put LeBlanc, since she's just really good at doing that. I know she doesn't have her Gunblade yet, but this is kind of wasted effort and is just like guaranteeing that this is going to happen. Now we just have the 5v5. First teleport is coming out from Camille, and I probably would have cancelled that, to be honest, if you're just going to try and run away afterwards. Yeah, I think a cancel would have been better. Now we're just going to sort of see them stalling out in the mid lane, which is just a little bit weird. Stake engaging, getting the stun off. Good catch. Are they actually going to be able to get the kill for this? That was just really good. They overextended as their teammates just backed away, so they just got picked off. I don't really know what blue team is doing there, but it was your punish. So now what are red team going to do? Just hover around mid again? By the looks of things, stake diving forwards with no mana. That is risky. They could have gone for this. This would have been free. Instead, they're going to risk the tower whilst Zach's still alive, and I'm not sure if he even ulted yet or not. But now, oh my god, that Aurelion Sol's a beast. Okay. Well, they stuck around too long mid and got punished for it, and then they did the exact same thing and punished them back. Okay. The Star Dragon's just a good player. Bembo, you need to go in on him. Okay. What is going on here? Stake has his Gunblade now, but can't really split push. Oh, just back away. Yeah. So running it down mid now, getting the catch off, really good chain. Strange that shouldn't really have happened. Top lane. This is the perfect time for go to this dragon. You know that like 6 and 2 Aurelion Sol is on the wrong side of the map right now. Just do it. Just start. Your jungler's there, like everyone's there. There was no mid pressure when you could have started it. So I don't know why this wasn't happening. They're still hovering around it, which means blue team are now going to go for this for free. That should be followed out. He's going to catch this wave. This Ocean Drake could have been free, man. Now Tam Kench is just going to be able to clear out that vision as well. And place his own. That ward, yeah, placed it a couple times. So now Stake is shoving this in, threatening to potentially dive onto this vein. So she needs to play kind of passively. While she's under tower, they can go for this dragon. Or maybe go for a collapse. I don't really like it because we don't like. There's no vision behind, so they can't actually see where Zach is right now. Oh, okay, yeah. That LeBlanc threat that we were talking about onto the vein, forcing her to play passive. Ah, the death brush. Okay, that's just cheesy. Well played though. Well played. So now they're going to get that dragon. Couple minutes late, I would say. Aurelion Sol's going to roam top. Then LeBlanc's going to get some tower damage in. Someone needs to go mid right now to clear that out. No. No, 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 no. Okay. Right, blue team could have shoved in pretty hard mid there, but instead they're going to go for Benbow. And I don't think he'll be able to escape this. Ults knocks them away. Pepe Frog gets the roam in time. They're now trading the damage back onto him, but Jackal's, you know, running from base. Like, your damage sources aren't there right now, so this probably isn't that good a fight to go for. They get 1 kill, Shen ult's there. Kill this, kill this. This is going to do unnecessary turret damage, but fight's still going on. That just went on for way too long. That wasn't good from either team. Forcing the flash. I don't really know what that was. That was interesting. So the gold lead's actually in favour of Keele right now, and they've got 2 dragons at 21 minutes. So now what I want to see is Stake goes to split push rather than using all of their cooldowns onto a support, which is fair. It's a free kill, but like it's just a kill, you know. And now you can't. And then you got caught off as well. Support for support, right? Oh my god, that chunk's disgusting. Yeah, when you have this type of comp, you don't actually want to be sitting mid, because you can get the occasional kill and whatever, but like you get so much more pressure. Right, so they've done the missing ping, so Bembo's going to back away. So Stakes should be looking to go bot lane now. Jackal's got his red buff, so he can just hold mid. It's a 1-3-1 comp, to be honest, and they're not really playing the 1-3-1. They keep bringing Stake back to mid to sort of like look for picks, which I think is less effective than if you were to just force them into sending multiple members to catch them off. Which I guess when they do have, you know, so much map movement capabilities, that is kind of wise to sort of group together, but it's like you're to remove the strength of their team, you're removing the strength of yours, so then you just have 2 bad teams, and then it comes down to just who has the better champions. And I think according to the draft, I would hand that over to blue team. See, nothing's really happening right now. They're just sort of playing about with the waves. Bembo wins the trades against the Shen now, which is really nice. It's good to see that. Pepe Frog, all the vision control is there in the bot side jungle. So now we're going to see some sort of a collapse. Sejuani gets caught off, able to just run away from that though. Yeah, like wards here, wards here. We've got this, a ward here, and then the only new response right now is this. The vision control just needs to improve, I would say. Getting 2 turrets though, which is good. So that kind of was a 1-3-1 situation that happened there. Kind of. They tried to skirmish whilst their 2 split pushes just took towers. And if you just keep doing that for the rest of the game, then you'll give yourself a considerable lead. Looking for a pick. This is good. Again, I don't really like that you're doing it onto the Tahm Kench. You overcommit, but they force the Shen ultimate, which is nice. Oh, Vayne coming in, focusing. Jackal. Oh, that was unfortunate. This is just a poor skirmish, because they used all of their cooldowns onto a Tahm Kench at the very start of the fight, and the damage dealers got more time for blue team. This just feels a little bit poor. I love that interaction between Tahm Kench and Aurelion Sol. You can just pick him up and the stars continue. That's really cool. Jackal, good punish there. Onto a weird jump forwards from the Zac. I don't know what the teleport was either. Okay. Shen's just having a blast this game. Like, I will teleport to everything. Cooldowns don't exist. Good shit from blue team. I like that they're sending the Tahm Kench to face check everything though. It's the correct thing to do. You know, even if he does die, it doesn't matter. that much. Good scouting. So this is Mountain Drake. This is pretty good. Again, the vision control is like, it's there for blue team on this bottom side. Looking to contest this. Jackal, what are you doing? Oh my god. Yo, this Sejuani's a beast, but unfortunately they're gonna just completely fall apart for it. That's not so good. That is not meant to happen whatsoever. If they could steal that and just get out, or maybe only one death, then that would be decent, but that means, yeah, it's going to be a free Baron. I don't think they can contest this, just because they've got, you know, 3 tanks on this comp. I would have liked to have seen a Blade of the Ruined King on Jackal, to be honest. It's not bad against tanks, and it's not bad on Lucian, but whatever. He took Electrocute, so Stake diving in looking for the steal. Honestly, I think he could have gotten it there. What was the... What does the health drop down to? Okay. It goes to 384 before the smite. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. That's okay, Jackal. You're right. Really good from Zach there. Now someone just needs to clear this. Yeah, the amount of global pressure that this comp has is actually insane, though. Honestly, it feels like a kind of a counter comp to in the same vein that like a disengage comp is a counter to a dive comp. It feels like their global map pressure is the counter to the 131 in a sense. But then the 131 isn't being used as effectively as it should have anyways, so it does kind of like hand it over to blue team in the way that they're playing this out. So let's see how they use this Baron. Shen is doing Shen things, which is really good for him. Mid lane shouldn't be shoving in like that. If you're blue team, you should have taken that mid lane before coming top. Sure, like Tam Kench could have gotten it and then ulted up himself or something, because the ults haven't really been used that much this game. Trying to threaten this out. What's going on over here? Stake's just having a little bit of fun, whatever. They shoved this in. They got 1 tower for themselves. They go for the dive. Stake isn't there. Oh my god. Okay, this Zac is just a beast. Yeah. Okay. Zac's just a beast. See, that's why I rate him higher than Sejuani on the tier list. I think that sort of engage is just fucking nutty. Crimson Longinus played good though. Like, definitely the best on the team, I'd say. With that scoreline says it. Like the dragon steals and the pick-offs. Although a lot of it was with Stake as well, but yeah. Okay. So that's the first game. Dunzo. So points to make. They outdrafted for sure. That was a definite blue team outdrafted that. But then it was also played pretty solidly with that